All right, well, keeping with the military subject material.
Okay.
You're going to love this.
More than that last one?
Well, this one is sort of humorous. Okay. It's amazing. It's amazing the power of the puss.
Well, that is definitely the lead soldier. Pussy.
A man pretending to be a 3-star U.S. Army general wanted to impress a woman when he unexpectedly landed in a chartered helicopter at the headquarters of a North Carolina technology company.
And he wasn't really a general?
Well, let's find out here.
Oh, boy.
Details about the strange case of Christian DeGrow emerged at a hearing before a federal magistrate who ordered that the defendant remain in jail pending his upcoming arraignment. The 57-year-old is charged with pretending to be a military officer, which carries a maximum of 3 years in prison.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a major violation there.
It was around sunset on November 6th when the pilot of the helicopter chartered by DeGrow landed on a soccer field at a sprawling corporate campus of SAS Institute in Cary, North Carolina.
Okay.
As security officers approached, DeGrow stepped out wearing a full military battle dress uniform and displaying 3 stars that implied a rank of lieutenant general.
Yeah.
He saluted the security officers, and they actually saluted him back.
Yeah, of course they did. He's a 3-star.
Yeah. A suspicious security supervisor confronted DeGrow, who told him he was there to pick up a female employee to take her to Fort Bragg for a classified briefing that had been authorized by President Donald Trump.
Oh, wow. This guy really wanted to get that ass.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This guy's doing hard time for this, too.
Yeah, but none of it was true.
Of course not. What is he really?
DeGrow later acknowledged to federal agents that he had never served in the military.
Oh, he's not even in the military?
Never served.
Yeah, well, he's going to serve now for about 3 to 5.
Yeah. The woman, a longtime acquaintance of DeGrow, expected him to arrive in a car for a visit.
Okay.
Instead, they went on a 30-minute helicopter ride around Raleigh.
So was he in a military helicopter?
No, he had a chartered helicopter.
Okay, so he didn't steal a helicopter.
No, he chartered it.
All right. Wow, he was really just trying to put it on to get this chick to suck his dick, huh?
Pretty much.
Wow, he really. I wonder if she did suck his dick.
I have no idea.
Did she go on the ride?
Well, she hadn't. Yeah, they went for 30 minutes.
Oh, well, then she definitely sucked his dick on the helicopter. Come on, a chick, whether he's a crook or not, he picked her up in a helicopter. That's got to get your dick in a mouth, doesn't it?
You would think.
I would think for sure that's getting your dick, and he's in uniform too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on, honey. Let's see if this is camouflaged as it enters your fucking throat.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
She had no idea that he was flying a helicopter to pick her up.
Where'd she meet him? Tinder?
Well, there's more to the story. There's a real twist to the story.
Okay.
Belle, the woman, testified that DeGrow wanted to pursue a romantic relationship, but the woman is married.
Oh. Okay.
She and the pilot, who was not charged, appear to have been swept up by DeGrow's strange behavior.
Okay.
She didn't know what to make of it, Belle told the judge. She just went along with it. Now, if you were a married woman and some guy was coming to pick you up, what was the plan? You're just going to go get coffee?
Yeah, hey, let's jump in this helicopter so we can go get a sandwich.
Well, she just assumed he was coming there in a car.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, I mean, even if she thought he was coming there in the car, what was the plan?
Did she know? She didn't know him?
No, she knew him somehow, but the thing is, she's a married woman.
Yeah, well, that doesn't stop anything.
Well, I understand that, but my point is now that the jig is up, now all of a sudden I'm a married woman. I didn't want to pursue a romantic relationship with this guy.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I just got on the helicopter for the hell of it. It seemed like a fun idea.
Yeah.
I thought we could talk strategy about whatever it is we were supposed to be talking about.
Instead of saying, what are we doing and why are you doing this? I'm a married woman. You should know that. No, she went along with the ride.
I don't know too many happily married women that would just go for the helicopter ride. She was looking to get fucked by a general. That's what she was looking for.
When I was a very young fella, young man in my 20s, in my early 20s, and I was married at this time.
Sure.
I had a boss who he was in his mid to late 40s, and he would always try to counsel me in his office and kind of tell me, kind of give me some life advice.
Sure.
And it holds true to today. He always told me, he says, no matter what the relationship is, because I was having a little fallout with the wife at the time. He says, women are always looking for the bigger and better deal.
Oh, sure.
No matter what, they're always looking for the bigger and better deal.
That's a true statement.
So,
and I know this from my military days, and this is God's honest, swear on the kid's life's truth. When we would get passes, when I was in Fort Jackson, South Carolina, for AIT, which is your after basic training before your permanent duty station, when you learn your craft. When I was there, we would get passes from Friday at like 6 till Sunday at 5. That was our passes. We were allowed to leave the base and do whatever we wanted to do. And one of the big perks was that you could wear your civilian clothes, because we always had to be in uniform. Always had to be in either PT uniform or BDU uniform, or, even for the formation, before we could leave, before we were released, we had to do our dress greens. I was like the only one of my friends that would stay in my greens and leave. I always wore the uniform because I could go to that hotel in uniform and get fucked. It was so much easier to show up and walk around and party in the uniform. And yeah, it cost me $3 or $4 at the time on Monday to get the uniform cleaned because it would get all covered with beer and bullshit and cum and whatever. But whatever, I didn't give a shit because the chicks that were like the hanger-outers at the military groupies, they didn't have to figure me out. They could see that I had a uniform on and they were like into it. And it was such easy pickings to get your dick sucked at that hotel in uniform. So I always wore my uniform to the hotel and back, just because it made sense and it worked. Every single weekend that I got a pass, every weekend I got a pass, I picked up somebody in uniform. Always worked.
All right. Well, Bell testified that investigators suspect that DeGrow is mentally ill, but didn't elaborate. Still, the episode was no laughing matter. After the woman returned, SAS security staff notified the local police, and a joint terrorism task force soon joined the case.
Wow.
The privately held technology company is among the largest based in the state, with 14,000 employees worldwide and more than $3 billion in revenue in 2017. Spokeswoman Shannon Heath said in an email Monday that the company officials do not know his intentions or reason for picking up an SAS employee.
Right.
Federal magistrate Judge Robert T. Numbers noted that while the impersonation charges carry a relatively low maximum sentence for a federal crime, the circumstances warranted continued detention for DeGrow.
Okay.
The defendant has engaged in substantial dishonesty, Numbers said, noting that a number of unrelated state criminal charges are also pending against him. DeGrow faces state charges including misdemeanor assault on a stepdaughter and violating a protective order taken out by an estranged wife. This guy's a whole bundle.
Right.
Defense attorney Andrew McCoppin said that before those charges in the past year, the most trouble his client has been in amounted to just traffic violations.
Right.
It appears that a number of things have snowballed to where we are today, McCoppin told the judge. McCoppin said his client intends to plead not guilty when he's arraigned.
Right.
DeGrow, a native of Chile, has lived in Raleigh area for more than 3 decades and recently became a U.S. citizen. He works out of his home as a car mechanic.
Or a 3-star general.
Right. Wearing an orange and white striped jail jumpsuit and orange flip-flops, the defendant appeared relaxed during Monday's appearance and chatted amicably with his attorney. But at the end of the hour-long hearing, the judge himself sounded perplexed by the circumstances, saying, "This case is unlike any other we've ever seen."
Right. I love that story.
Yeah. Well, we won't do for a little pussy.
Yeah, of course, dude. Especially when you know that uniforms work. Uniforms definitely work. It's crazy, but it's true.
Right. Like a few of the comments.
Yeah.
From car mechanic to general in one short helicopter ride. Very impressive. Just how many helicopter riding 3-star general groupies are there?
There'd be a lot. Just 3-star general. Forget that the helicopter ride is a nice touch. But just showing up in as a 3-star general to like Fort Bragg, you would get a lot of fucking pussy. If you showed up to like the local bars out there, like Hope Mills or wherever, you would get a lot of pussy dressed as a 3-star general if you looked the part. You would get a lot of pussy. You would end up getting arrested like this guy did because somebody's going to be like, somebody. See, that's where his big fuck up was. He should have gone as a 1-star general, not a 3, because there's only, I don't know, there's not a huge number of 3 and 4-star generals in the military, in the army. You know, there's 4-star. If there's a 5-star, which I don't know if there is or not right now, there would be 1. If there's a 4-star, there would be between 1 and 10 maybe, and 3-star might have 20.
Well, but this comes from the mouth of a former military guy. What does a civilian know about the military?
Oh, no, I know. But what I'm saying is if you show up in a military town, somebody's going to recognize that your name ain't one of those that they should know. That's what I'm saying. You show up you said he showed up somewhere near Fort Bragg? Yeah, they're going to know. Someone's going to know. Somebody's going to say, General Jones? There's no such fucking Lieutenant General Jones. Someone's going to know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I've never understood guys who use such elaborate deceptions to get a woman. What is the end game? Either you're spending a lot of time and effort for a one-night stand, or she runs for the hills when she finds out you're full of shit.
Right.
Let's see here. Whoever is married to that woman needs to find a new mom for their kids, if you know what I mean. Maybe even just run out the door and never come back. They probably aren't even his kids because this woman is stupid.
Right.
So there you are.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I think there's 1, 2. I think there are 2 active 3-star generals or 3 right now. I think there are 3. Wait a minute. 1. These are retired. 2, 3. There's 4 total 3-star generals.
Okay, and he was one of them. He was riding around in his helicopter.
So there. Yeah, you're likely to get caught.
Right.
Well, good on him. At least he tried.
Yeah, he tried.
At least he had more initiative than these fucking slacker bitches that are in the Marines these days, apparently. They just are just going to show up and expect you to cave into them. This guy at least tried something.
Yeah, he showed some effort and some ingenuity.
Yeah. He should do less time than these chicks.